Hi guys, Andy Carter here from howtoimprovemygolf.com, and today's video is all about the takeaway. I'm going to try and give you a really good drill today on how to practice the perfect takeaway. A nice one-piece movement without using the wrist and flicking the wrists around and trying to get out of bad habits if you're too steep on the way back, or for those of you that are too much on the inside. So first of all, why do we need a good takeaway? Well, for me, takeaway sets up the rest of the golf swing. I often see a lot of golfers take the club on the outside here, and then they possibly get a little bit too laid off at the top of the backswing. Or I see a lot of players go too much on the inside and either go too flat and over the top on the way down, or from that position get across the line at the top of the backswing. So for me in particular, it's really important that the takeaway is as neutral as we can possibly make it. And I almost kind of call it the no frills sort of movement, whereby we don't want loads of wrist, we don't want hands and arms kind of flailing all over the place. We want a nice, neutral, strong takeaway position. And that's going to come from the upper body. It's not going to come from the wrist, it's going to come more from the shoulders and from the chest. So what I want to see from golfers, ideally, is that very first movement away, just being nice and straight. Keeping this triangle between the shoulders and the hands, just kind of rocking the club straight back. The hands are not moving on the inside or the outside. My arms aren't moving away from my body or too much on the inside of my body. They're effectively moving on a straight line away from the ball. So a really good drill to help you with this is something that you can actually do in the comfort of your own home as well. So grip down on the club until it hits you in the stomach. And when it does, just take your normal grip. So if it's interlocking or overlapping, that's absolutely fine. And from this position now, we've got this triangle between our shoulders and my hands, and we're just going to rock the club back. And once we get into this position, we know the club's still attached to my stomach, and it's gone straight back. Neutral. And if I just take this club off ever so slightly, that shaft of the club is now pointing down towards my target line. So I know I'm on a good position overall when I take the club, obviously from a more of an extended position. If I use too much wrist on the way back, what we're actually going to see is a little bit too much of that. Now I know the club's on the inside because the shaft of the club is pointing away from my body. If I go the other way and just start to move back and get the club this side, the club shaft is now pointing behind my body. What I'm really looking for is a real no frills takeaway position. Just getting that club taken away from the body, using my upper body, using my shoulders, using my arms. Just making sure it's sat more into my stomach as I pull it back, okay? Really important that we don't start using the wrist and flicking the hands around, because once we get into this position, majority of golfers do come over the top, or from this position, get laid off and come back over the top as well. So I want to make sure that this takeaway is as neutral as we can possibly make it. So moving that onto a ball when you're on the driving range. So we know that we want to try and get the club into that position. How do we do it with a ball? So we get the same feeling. I'm going to pause into that position and then just finish my shot. Where the ball goes is not important whatsoever, because obviously it's the rest of the swing that's going to have an impact on the ball from that position. But what I want you to really get used to, going down to the range, just practicing this movement, that very first movement away from the ball, then put it over the top of a shot, take away, pause, and then finish the swing from there. Like I say, strike's not important, but if we can get the club for the first quarter of the swing on plane, then we've got much more of a chance of finishing on plane and hitting straighter, more consistent shots. Whether you draw or fade the ball, again, for me as a coach, it's not important. Where the ball finishes is important. So guys, I want you to try that out. Always give me a bit of feedback on what you think of that. It is something that you can practice from home. Like I say, just grip. I mean, this is only a 7-iron, so you can grip. I'm gripping almost halfway down the shaft here. Got long arms. Just the club's into my belly button, and I've just extended back on the way here. I'm just practicing that first movement. It'll give you a bit of feeling as to what initiates that takeaway position, what initiates that backswing in order for you to have a repeatable and consistent swing overall. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this tip. Loads more tips to come. We've got a brand new launch of a website. You may notice me calling the whole YouTube channel there howtoimprovemygolf.com. That is launching on the 1st of March. So please, 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 there is a landing page on that website right now where you can just pop your name and email address in, sign up for some free online golf lessons, thousands of pounds worth of prizes to be run. Made some big moves over the last first kind of couple of months of 2016. So really exciting final 10 months of the year to come. So loads of prizes to come, free online golf lessons, loads of kind of free golf tips, loads of course vlogs, club reviews, the work. So guys, give us a chance, go and have a check up on the website, sign up for absolutely free. It's going to no cost to yourself, so there's nothing to lose. Please also subscribe to my social media platforms, or our social media platforms, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks very much for watching.